This video was meant to be made a long time ago, but fear of rejection kept it from happening. The irony isn't lost. Rejection sensitivity is one of the most painful and least talked about parts of living with ADHD. It quietly shapes decisions, relationships, confidence, and self-worth. And yet, many people don't even realise that this intense emotional reaction has a name. Before going any further, it helps to clear up a common confusion. Many people today use the term rejection-sensitive dysphoria, often shortened to RSD. It's used in the ADHD community to describe intense emotional pain triggered by real or perceived rejection, criticism, or loss of approval. Whether someone calls it RSD or rejection sensitivity, what they are really describing is the same lived experience, a deep, immediate emotional response that feels overwhelming, personal, and impossible to ignore. And regardless of the label, the pain itself is absolutely real. Rejection sensitivity is the tendency to expect rejection, to notice it quickly, and to react to it intensely. It isn't exclusive to ADHD, but it is incredibly common among people who have it. One reason is emotional regulation. ADHD brains often struggle to regulate emotions. Feelings can rise faster, hit harder, and take much longer to settle. What might feel like mild disappointment to one person can feel like complete emotional devastation to another. Another reason is lived experience. Many people with ADHD grow up being misunderstood, corrected, interrupted, excluded, or criticised far more often than their peers. Over time, those moments stack up. The nervous system learns a painful lesson. Rejection is coming, so stay alert. Eventually, the brain begins to expect rejection automatically, even when it isn't actually happening. That pattern often starts early. As a child, they learned not to expect inclusion. A book became a shield, something to retreat into when the world felt unpredictable. By the time they could read, they already expected to be left out. When a first crush appeared, admiration stayed hidden. Instead of handing over a Valentine's card directly, it was left quietly on a desk before running away. If rejection was coming, at least it wouldn't be faced head-on. Early relationships taught even harder lessons. Trust felt dangerous, loss felt unbearable, and slowly a belief formed. If needs were ignored, if people were pleased, if nothing was ever asked for, maybe no one would leave. They were called too sensitive more times than they could count, and that sensitivity didn't disappear with age. Even as an adult, something as simple as feedback from a boss could feel like an emotional explosion. Tears, anger, shut down. Sometimes the reaction was so intense that it created the very outcome that was being feared in the first place. Damaged relationships, lost opportunities, even job loss. Rejection sensitivity is not dramatic. It is not attention-seeking. It is not weakness. It is the nervous system trying desperately to protect itself. When rejection is perceived, whether real or imagined, the body doesn't react calmly. The heart races, the chest tightens, thoughts spiral. It feels like danger is present, as if an ancient alarm has been triggered. The body moves straight into fight, flight, or freeze. And from there, behaviour changes. People begin to people please. They avoid difficult conversations. They stop asking for what they need. They avoid opportunities that might lead to no. They don't invite people out. They don't negotiate pay. They don't risk being seen. Slowly, quietly, life begins to shrink. But it doesn't have to stay that way. There are tools that can help navigate rejection sensitivity, not by eliminating it, but by working with the nervous system instead of against it. One helpful framework is known as the 4 R's. The first is recognize. Recognize where the emotions are right now. As emotional intensity rises, clarity drops. Checking the body is often the easiest way to tell. Are the fists clenched? Is the jaw tight? Is breathing shallow? Is the stomach in knots? Is the face hot? Are tears being held back? The stronger the physical signals, the higher the emotional intensity. The second is respond. The response has to match the emotional state. When emotions are in the green zone, calm and clear, this is the best time for self-care, relationship conversations, problem solving, making requests and putting yourself in situations where rejection could happen but is still manageable. When emotions move into the yellow zone, heightened but still controlled, the goal becomes slowing everything down, pausing before responding, asking for clarification, breathing consciously, going for a short walk, petting the dog, drinking something warm, bringing the nervous system down a notch before it escalates further. When emotions reach the red zone, full fight, flight, or freeze, logic is mostly offline. This is not the time for conversations, messages, confrontation, or decision making. The only goal here is safety and regulation. Familiar calming strategies are essential new tools won't stick in this state. The focus is simply getting back into the yellow. The third is reflect. Once calm again, it becomes possible to look at the thoughts that appeared in the heat of the moment. Thoughts like, I feel rejected, so I must have been rejected. They said no, so they must not like me. These thoughts feel true, but feelings are not the same as facts. The fourth is reframe. What else could this situation mean? Someone declining an invitation might be busy, tired, overwhelmed, not wanting that specific activity. Many experiences that feel like rejection are actually just a conflict of needs. Reframing doesn't dismiss the emotion, it widens the story. And with time, that wider story begins to soften future reactions. This work is slow, it takes patience, it takes repetition. And for many people, it helps to do this alongside therapy or guided support. One small but powerful shift came from removing the word rejection from everyday language. Disappointment could still exist. Hurt could still exist. But rejection had to be proven, not assumed. That shift alone made it far harder for the mind to spiral into the same painful patterns. Rejection sensitivity does not mean someone is broken. It means their nervous system learned to survive in an environment that felt unsafe, and nervous systems can learn new patterns. Rejection will always sting. But it does not have to control choices. It does not have to define worth. And it does not get to shrink a life that deserves space. Like and subscribe for more neurodivergent content.